It's easy to talk about, it's like you saying, from your side of the table, you go to these things and you've just watched a film, you hate it, and now you've got to sit and talk to people about it. The same is true when it's a film that you don't have to figure out, and how do I now sell this? It's easy to talk about Snowcake, because from a very honest place. I'm playing somebody who's totally reactive. Nothing exists until somebody else says something or does something. There's nothing I can do, otherwise I'll just sit there and put the kettle on, if I'm allowed to, in our kitchen.
There was a woman called Roz, who's a high-functioning autistic lady in the UK who does talks to autistic families, and Sigourney's character is not based on her, but it's kind of, she drew a lot of, I guess her performance to a degree from spending time with Roz.
I remember something that Roz had said to Sigourney too before the making of the film. She said to her, don't forget to show what a pig it is. That it isn't it sweet and snowflakes.
Can you talk a little bit how snow is a metaphor, because it's so important to Sigourney Weaver's character in the movie?
I mean, I think there's a very simple connection with the snow, and that is Angela Appel, who's there last night, the writer, and Henry, her husband, who was one of the producers, have an autistic son, and I think she just witnessed the joy that he had, Johnny, in eating snow, which seems such a sort of simple, basic, playful pleasure, And for her, it was just imagining a place that had that snowy magical quality, almost like a generic. To be honest, it wasn't originally written for Canada. It was just written as a kind of a snowy town in a movie, because she likes character more than anything else, and the town just needed to be snowy and magical. But of course, when you get into it, there's all sorts of things that came out of Sigourney's research, for example, all that stuff about the snowflakes that became part of her enjoyment of the books, the beautiful plates you get of snowflakes, and it seemed to me also with Alan's character that there's a sort of ephemeral quality to the story and to snow, so that he comes, he goes, and he leaves.
It's like those reflections on the wall.
Yeah, that was the part of it. There's little shots that, well, you spotted it actually. There was that scene when they're walking through town, and there was did you see that? I don't know if you remember the reflections on the wall.
There's a wall that we walk past, and there are 3 very extraordinary reflections on the wall, and you either notice it or you don't, but it just was an accident of nature. The sun was hitting some windows, they were bouncing back, and they were just along this grey wall, and the two of us walking past it. So it was like nature decided to be an accident, decided to be part of the film.